Okay, friends, so I told you that I would come and talk to you a little bit today about our tracker and our system and what we're using and kind of do an update. So because of the way that this call got advertised or lack thereof, I totally understand if you guys have things going on tonight, but I would like to set a time that we can all meet together and we can communicate through these video calls because it's really, really important that we connect with each other more than just typing out comments and questions and things like that. So we can really see each other and kind of troubleshoot some things and things that you might be dealing with as we go through the program. So it doesn't really matter if you have even started the program yet, or if you are just getting your materials, or if you're still waiting on your package to arrive. It's okay. The point of doing these community calls is so that we can have a base, a home base that we can talk to each other about what's going on and ask questions and kind of get some feedback. I love that we already had some of this, like, okay, what do I do in this situation? Or I don't like vegetables, give me some ideas. And you guys are pitching in and helping each other, and I love that. And it gets to be even better and a better community feel when we can see each other through these calls. So that's why I wanted to open it up to you guys. But for right now, I'm just kind of going to go over a little bit more of our basics and get you started for the week ahead. So a couple things I wanted to share with you out of this tracker. So if you have your physical booklet, please use it. And I know that our app is going to come out in June, so you can be excited for that and ready for it. And you've already purchased the program, so the app will be free to you. But use your tracker. I love pen and paper, so this works really well for me. And I've been tracking actually since I started. And then this week I started using the My Day Planner. So I mark off my water, I mark off my total weight loss, my weight each morning, and then, you know, the me time. I do my devotions and my Miracle Morning stuff every morning, so that's my me time or my run. And then what exercise you did. Post those things in the group too, because I know some of you are exercising, you're getting out and walking, you're running, you're doing some other kind of workout through Beachbody On Demand, or maybe you go to a class or something like that. So mark it down in your tracker as your extra credit, and then share it with the group too, because that may inspire somebody to do some kind of exercise they may not have thought of before. And it's also going to help you with your metabolism and your weight loss. So it's extra credit. I understand that, but I know that it has been really, really beneficial and important to me in stabilizing mood and helping with other things that go along with, you know, building strength and muscle will also help you in your weight loss journey. So track that, make sure you have that. Some things that I learned this week. So I started off this week and I already had a total weight loss of 1.3 pounds. And that was from when I started on Wednesday of last week. So that was good. I had gone up a little bit over the weekend, but not back up to my starting weight. And that was because of some brownies I had and some things like that. My family ordered pizza when I was out, and so I had the brownies. So I understand what happened, and it's okay, and I totally enjoyed the brownies, and that was good. So I started off this week, and I tracked my weight. I stayed on plan and everything, and I recorded everything. So even when I use like my Recover formula, it's from the Beachbody Performance line, and I threw in half a banana or a small banana, I tracked all that stuff. So I can go back and look and see, okay, so from one day to the next, I did lose weight, and what did I do that was good? Well, you know, I had my snack, I had my bell peppers, and I had my beach bar and my water and coffee. And I tracked that at what time it was. And then, you know, what I had for dinner. And yet I've been showing you guys my dinners and my lunches. They're full dinner plates full of food and still being able to lose weight. Tracking your water. If I don't have, for some reason, this bottle with me, I will write down the ounces. So like this morning, I had a small 16.9 ounce bottle in my refrigerator that I drank first thing. So I track that for that amount of ounces. So, you know, I had been losing weight very steadily through the week. I went out for my anniversary dinner. I still can share those pictures with you. I took pictures of my food, but I had steak and shrimp and crab cakes, and I stayed away from the bread, and I did not order a carb with my meal. But I did have a glass of wine, and I had, let me think, some bites of my husband's sweet potato casserole. So there were some carbs in there. I had dessert, and I knew that going into it. It's our anniversary. It happens once a year. We never ever go out to a fancy restaurant. So that was really fun. I completely enjoyed it. And the next day I expected the scale to go up, and I was okay with that. It's like setting your mindset to this is okay because this is a lifestyle. So, but it didn't mean that I like sabotaged the rest of the weekend. We had parties yesterday, we had small groups today, and I was able to stay on track still with water first, veggies most. And at the party yesterday, they had burgers and hot dogs. So I took the lettuce and tomatoes that were made to be fixings for the burgers, and I made that part as a base of a salad, and then added the burger on top and just accessorized with some ketchup and mustard. That was it, and it was super easy. So, find ways that you can make this work for you. If you forget the videos about going out to eat, or you forget what she had said about the More Sure model, when you get hungry, if you're actually hungry. And one of the things that helps me in that More Sure model is that I need to eat veggies first. So if I, number one, don't have veggies available to me, then I better just wait. And number two, if I do have veggies available for me and they just don't sound good, then I'm probably not hungry. So use that as kind of your gauge of, do I really want seconds? Because if I eat seconds, I'm going to have veggies first. And to me, that's enough for me to make that decision. So track everything. I had a cap full of peanuts, like the cap that comes in the bottle. I had a cap full of peanuts as a snack. I tracked that. And I lost weight from yesterday to today. I also ran yesterday, so I understand where that comes from. So just tracking this, and you see these trackers are going to take you about 90 days. And then you can order another one. They have all of these you can reorder, and that's what I plan to do too. But you also have your food list in the back to keep you on track too. So this whole month, really, month one is figuring this out. So I can go back on my weight loss days and I can say, okay, this is exactly how I ate that day. I can do that again and lose weight. So, keep that in mind. And then when you have those days, or you have a once a year thing, like going out for our anniversary, you can enjoy it and know that it's okay, because you know exactly what you're going to do the next day to get back on track. So I think that's the hard part for most people, is that they don't really know how to get back on track, or they don't have a proven method on how to, so they just give up. But we don't have that excuse, because we know exactly how to get back on track. We've tracked our days that we've lost weight, so you just repeat those days and you're going to be fine. Make sure that you guys are looking at your recipe booklet, because this is going to give you some inspiration for the week. And in the tracker, it has space for you to write down what your grocery list is going to be for the week. So this is the week at a glance that I talked about in the post. So you put down what you want to achieve this week. This week I want to be, and there's a space. And then on every day this week, you can plan out your meals for the week. So I'm kind of the person that plans it day to day, or I plan about 3 dinners per week, and we eat leftovers, because I don't like to cook. And even though I'm home all day, sometimes I still do crock pot meals, because we're busy and I work and I do other things than just sitting around, and I have a daughter and I volunteer and all this stuff. So I personally will plan out the week of what 3 big meals I want, and then I'll think about accessories and things that I want for lunches. But basically, I know I need X, Y, and Z for kids' lunches for the week. I know we need, cereal for the kids for the week. I get my almond milk for my shakes. I make sure I have a ton of spinach and vegetables and fruits, and I go through the recipe booklet and I'm like, okay, what sounds good? So this week, these cabbage steaks sounded really good, so I made sure I got a couple heads of cabbage, and I made these the other day and I had them for leftovers too, and this Thousand Island dressing is amazing. And so this week I have spaghetti squash, so I'm probably going to pick up some pesto, or I can make my own pesto. I have a really good recipe for pesto, so I'm probably going to do something like this that will work great for both dinners and lunches. Like, I've been doing a lot of spaghetti squash for lunches because it's super easy, and I put the spaghetti sauce on it, and it's still considered a vegetable. So that's pretty much a whole meal right there, and it's just vegetables. So then I can add either Greek yogurt as my protein or add some other leftover meat that I have from dinners for protein. But this has, you know, Brussels sprouts, hash, and eggs, so you can try that. And we do breakfast for dinner sometimes, so maybe I'll try that. And some of these other things. I've also heard with the turnip fries, I've heard people say that rutabagas work really well too, and they're a little bit harder, so it might not get as squishy as the turnip fries do. So you can try that this week as well. We love, love, love tacos. So I'm probably going to get some romaine leaves, and I can try this instead of just doing the traditional taco salad. That's another idea. Just kind of change up what you do with your meals to make them veggies first. So another thing is, if I have something I love and I still have a lot of things for, so I still have a lot of this coleslaw that in my fridge, so I'll probably have that for lunch too. I make a lot for dinner, so if I have 3 dinners planned for the week, that is guaranteed I will have 3 days of leftovers as well. We have a family of 5. I cook for like a million so that we can have those leftovers for dinner, and then if there's any leftover after that, I'll have some for lunch. So that's an easy way that I can prep, and I don't have to think about 5 meals a week or 7 meals a week, and just reuse leftovers or rework the meals. So I made cauliflower rice as a side one night. They were having burgers. I had cauliflower rice in a burger. And the next day I actually made stir fry and used the cauliflower rice leftovers as my base for that stir fry. So get creative with it. Find things that you already love, and find some extra things in here that you might want to try, and just kind of plan out your week. Make sure that you guys are drinking your Shakeology. There's tons of great recipes in here for that as well. This cinnamon roll mousse Shakeology is great. I have done this myself. You can also mix in your Shakeology with Greek yogurt and do like a Wonder Whip with that too. So make sure you're getting that in. Make sure you're getting your water in and you're tracking everything. And then the more you do these basic things, the paperwork side of it, then your mind is going to start changing about things as well. So the whole idea of this is to kick the emotional eating. And when you're super logical about it and you're writing it down and you're tracking it, and this is like, okay, this is just what I do. And the first month, guys, this is going to be getting into new habits. It's going to take a while for you to get used to having a tracker. But I keep this thing close to my kitchen. I keep it with my Miracle Morning stuff so that when I drink water, I just track it down. Or if I'm doing my Miracle Morning and I forgot to write down dinner from the night before, I'll write it and track it then. So keep it in a place that is kind of central in your house so that you can continue to add onto it, or just track stuff on your phone and write yourself a note of what you had, or take pictures. That's what I do a lot. I take pictures of my food so I can share it with you guys, and so that I have record of what I did so I can know in case I forget to write it down. So those are some tips that I have for you guys. Remember the 2 hands on the wheel. We already talked about that this week. Make sure you have your coffee, tea, water on hand. And if you're having questions or you're having concerns or problems, go back to the basics. Go back and watch the very first video and the second video. Watch the Plate It videos so you can get more ideas, because it's one of those things that you can watch it once and you can be like, oh, that's a good idea. But once you start implementing these things, it's going to be easier for you to go back to the videos, and you're going to find other things that you missed the first time, or things that just sink in more because you watched it a second time. So keep that in mind too. Those videos are for you so that you can have the best information and keep rewatching it, because you're going to learn a lot each time that you do. So go back through your shopping video if you're going to be doing your shopping trip today or tomorrow, and get some ideas from that as well. So you want to make sure that you are picking out different veggies to try. I still have 2 spaghetti squash on my counter, so I'm going to make sure I use those this week because I don't want them to go bad. And, share these recipes with your family too. You never know if they might want to be trying what you're trying because it looks different or it looks fun. So make sure that this is something that, yes, it is is different than something you have done before. It's different than anything I've done before. But if you go into it with a great attitude and mindset of, I can do this, this is going to be awesome, because you hear these success stories and all of you guys had posted the weight you've already lost and how you feel about it. So keep that in the back of your mind, like this is worth it. And the more you track and you just do the things that you're supposed to do, weighing yourself every day, trying new recipes, doing the Plate It method. It doesn't have to be perfect right now, but the more you do, the more you get in the habit of doing it, the easier it's going to be, and you're going to see better results. And your attitude is going to improve. You're going to start remembering these things like, do I really need this eating opportunity, and things like that, and it's going to start to go into your mind. So I was talking to somebody today at our small group, and I was like, man, I am a sugar addict, and all the kids are getting ice cream, and I was just like, I really don't even want it. Like, it's not that big of a deal anymore. But guys, it's been years of me saying, no, I don't need this. No, I don't need this, in order for me to actually not want it. So take heart. If it's taking you a little bit longer to dig into this, it's okay. We are here to help each other and encourage each other and support each other, and no one is in the exact same place in their journey. So don't feel like you're behind. Don't feel like you can't do this, because absolutely every single person in this group can do this program and be successful and carry it on through a healthy, happy life. So that's what we're here for. I hope this encourages you. Make sure you are doing those things that are going to keep you on track, and eventually it will become habit. All right, I will talk to you guys later.